good. Was that you DJing the Halloween thing yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, you did a great job. I was there filming for a news segment.
Should I plug in the shotgun mic?
No, you could just leave that. I got this on both channels, so. Just testing out the live feed right now. We are good. Looks like we're live.
Are you gonna be announcing?
Yes. Just me today. Check, check. All right, we're hearing audio. Good. All right. Ready to rock. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hopkinton High School turf fields. And today we have a double dose of girls soccer. We start off with the JV matchup, and then we'll have the varsity matchup. It's also senior day for the varsity team, so they'll be having the senior day ceremony before their game, which is scheduled for a 2 p.m. start, but we'll start off with the JV action. Tom Nappy on the call today for what should be a good matchup between two very good TVL programs, the Hopkinton Hillers and the Norton Lancers. We're just a few minutes away from getting things started here on a nice day at the turf fields. Temperatures are in about the 50s today. The sun is out. Some clouds in the sky, but perfect weather for some fall season soccer between these two teams. And right now, we have the two captains in the middle of the field. For the Hillers, Ariana Schaefer is out there. And for Norton, they have Gwen Robichaud and Savannah Goba. It looks like on the field. So they'll meet with the officials, determine sides. And in the JV matchup, it is 4 17-minute quarters. Of course, in the varsity matchup, which we'll see later on today, it'll be 4 20-minute quarters. And the Hillers girls JV team has played well lately, and they have some good talent on this roster that's going to be fun to watch in the upcoming future. The last time we got a glimpse of this Hopkinton Hillers JV team, they took on Holliston, and they got the win in that game. It was a 2-1 final, and the JV team defended well and controlled the tempo of the game for the most part. So it'll be interesting to see what they do against this Norton team. And taking a look at this Norton roster, there is some experience on it. They have 3 juniors on the roster for the Lancers. And we don't have the grades of the Hillers girls JV. But one thing we can tell you, they are led by head coach Amy Mick, who's done a nice job with this team. And the Norton girls JV team is led by head coach Haley Elliott. And we are just moments away from getting this game started off here on this nice Sunday afternoon. And we are live on HCAM Ed. Also, we are streaming on our YouTube page, youtube.com/HCAMTV. The players have taken the field, and we are ready to go here in matchup number 1 of the day. Of course, yesterday we had the boys' games on for you, and it was 2 very nice Hillers wins. In the varsity matchup, they got the 3-2 victory, and then the JV team, they had quite a day as they netted 6 goals to take down Norton 6-0 as the Lancers start things off, working right to left across your screen, and we are underway. A pass by Jordan Ranieri over to the far side. Sent down by Phoebe Gessner. Back and forth we go here at midfield. Over to the far side on the chase down for the Hillers, Emily Hayward. And a play it goes. Will be Hillers ball. A futsal from the far side. Of course, with the COVID rules, no throw-ins. You just have to put the ball in play with your feet, of course. Shelby Jones along the far side sends it back. Hillers trying to work it into Norton territory. Here they come. Getting in there on defense is Carly Bell Goodwin. Along the near side now, Michaela Skansen sends it out. It will be Hiller's ball. I apologize, it's Michaela Scanovan. From the near side corner, it's Scanovan who will put it into play. Over to Torigny she goes, back to Scanovan. Out in front, approaching, shot just a little wide by Emma Champlin. Lancers will put it into play. And it looks like we had a COVID whistle there on the approach. Sent down the near side. Off the foot of Sheehan it goes. Back to midfield. Silva trying to send it up. And there's a trip up there. That'll draw a whistle. Certainly looked like an inadvertent trip up as Shrika Beladiga was a little tripped up. A collision with Phoebe Gessner. There's a strong boot. Into the box it goes, and at a play, a little too far in front of Emily Hayward. On camera for this afternoon, it is Rowan Scott. And thanks to Rowan, we'll have some golf highlights coming up for you this week. The golf team had a couple of great matches this week and collected a couple wins. Hillers will put it into play from the far side. That's Shelby Jones. On the sideline now. A little back and forth before Torigny is able to send it up. Out in front. A nice attempt by Emma Champlin, but it was blocked by Ranieri for Norton. Lancers will have the free kick here. Sent back to the keeper. She'll send it back over to Grace Souza. Back and forth along the far side as Gessner tries to take it down. Lancers trying to approach. Podbelski sends it back. Now along the near side, that's Robichaud. Getting in there to block it was Sheehan for the Hillers. Nice block by Alley. Here comes Scanovan. Sends it up towards Champlin. Can she get there? And able to divert the attempt is Erin Lennon. Just beating out Champlin getting to the ball. Putting it in play from the near side is Allie Sheehan. Sends it to the box. Out in front, cut off by Gessner. There goes Torigny. Sent down by Carly Bell Goodwin. Turned around by Robichaud. Back up goes Veronica White. And we get a COVID whistle here. It'll be Lancers ball. Souza. Well, one thing we saw yesterday in the boys games in both the varsity and JV, the teams are really getting used to these rules here in the third week of the season. Obviously, it was a big adjustment First week was a little sloppy. Second week got a little bit better. And an opportunity here, and the keeper's able to wrap it up just before Champlin could get there. But it's good to see these teams getting used to the situation that they have to play in this year with the new set of rules. Game's certainly going a lot smoother from what we have seen so far in week 3 as Hayward sends it to the net. It's wrapped up. In net for Norton, I believe it is Emily Shepis. Not been able to get the number quite yet. Here comes Norton Robichaud approaching. And getting in there is Allie Sheehan. Does draw a whistle, however, with the contact. If Sheehan didn't get in there, that could have very well have led to an open shot right on net. And it looks like we have a stoppage of some sort here. And we're going to have a sub for the Hillers. Kate Finnegan comes in for Michaela Scanovan. Veronica White will send it up. Aired out along the near side. And sent out a play off of Norton's Erin Lennon. Getting in there, Robichaud. Here goes Robichaud approaching the net. And she's turned away for the moment. Hiller's doing a nice job at the defending the Norton attack zone. Not letting the Lancers get too many opportunities from the box as Finnegan sends it up. Takes a couple hops and it's wrapped up. Just under 9 minutes left to go here in quarter number 1. About halfway through this opening quarter. And there's a trip up. That'll lead to a whistle as Podbelski had a little bit of a collision with Shrika Beladiga. Beladiga sends it up. A nice boot there, and it is wrapped up just before Emily Hayward and company can get there. Along the far side towards Shelby Jones, and just out of bounds it goes. Jordan Elstrom Hall and Courtney Frazier into the game for the Hillers. Emma Champlin and Emily Hayward will take a breather. Scoreless game so far between the Hillers and Norton. Some good back and forth. Kept in play by Podbelski. Over to White. Nice job by White, but there to send it down is Gessner. And it's wrapped up. It's Libby Hurlahigh in net for the Hillers. Lancers trying to approach. Well defended there by Hopkinton as Silva kicks it away. Lancers working back towards the attack zone. Well, it started off Hillers ruling the possession battle, but Lancers starting to pick up a little momentum here. On the far side, that's Beladiga turning it upfield. Schaefer sends it up. Elstrom Hall trying to get there, and it's sent out of play by Ranieri. Put into play by Beladiga. Big collision there. Elstrom Hall was trying to box out the defender and ended up colliding with Ranieri. I like the way these two teams are playing so far. They're playing good physical soccer and being aggressive at pursuing the ball. Sent up by Finnegan. A little back and forth along the far side. Just under 6 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Tracing it down is Shelby Jones. She'll send it up towards Belladiga. There for Norton, Ranieri. In the center circle, it's Souza. Sent up now by Robichaud. There for Hopkinton is Pirelli. Taken now by Robichaud. No one there. She was hoping somebody could get to the attack zone. Played off the body of Finnegan. And a play goes along the near side. Lancers will put it into play. First we'll have a handful of substitutions for the Hillers. Subbed out about 5 there. You'll see that a lot in these games with no timeouts. And, of course, only 10 games this season. They're going to get everybody some experience. That's what it's all about. Along the near side, chased down by Pirelli, but she tapped it out. Lancers will put it into play. Adele Cross Cup with the futsal. Sends it over to Carrero. Swing and a miss there by Hiller, and Danette able to get there. Cincinnati was trying to send it up, and I'd like to have that one back. Along the far side, sent up by Ranieri, and out of play it goes. Lancers approaching. And nice diversion there as Carrero went for the shot, and Pirelli sacrificed herself to block it. Elstrom Hall running up the far side. She has a lot of speed. Elstrom Hall battling with Calhoun along that far sideline. Out of play it goes. It'll be Lancers futsal. Souza sends it up towards the net. Therefore, Hopkinton is Scanovan towards Elstrom Hall. Finnegan taking it up the far side, sends it forward towards Schaefer. Schaefer looking for a shot. The goalkeeper way out, and it is in. A 1-0 lead for the Hillers. Ariana Schaefer with the goal. Well, that goalkeeper came way out of the net, and when you do that, you risk an easy score. She thought the ball was likely going to end up at a player. She thought she was going to get there first, but Schaefer beat her out on the pass from Finnegan. And the Hillers lead it 1-0 with 2:28 and counting left to go in this first quarter. But when you have players near the box like that, you want to stay pretty close to the net. You don't want to be coming way out, because if you don't get there, it's going to be trouble. Lancers will put it into play. Souza will send it up. Played off of Gessner. Sends it back. Over to the near side. Sent back up by Jones. Ranieri. Back and forth we go here in the midfield zone as Hayward trying to work it upfield. Pass to Finnegan. Here goes Hayward. Along the near side. Trying to center it up. There's a shot, and it's wrapped up. Emma Champlin got in there for the shot. You could tell she was being careful because the way that ball was bouncing, if she gave it a strong boot, it would have went right over the net, but she certainly would like to have a little more power on that. But a good shot by Champlin. Sent down by Carrero, and a little push there from Hayward will draw the call. Sometimes they stop it at 2 minutes because of the stoppage time and stuff. Not our worry. Lancers put it into play. Cincinnati gets in there. Sent down by Ranieri. Erlich. Taken by Souza. Along the far sideline. Trying to find where to go with it. Tapped out of bounds. That's Shelby Jones who got in there. Airing it out towards the box. She was looking for Carrero, and getting in the way was Pirelli. And that is going to do it for quarter number 1 after 1 quarter of play. It's Hopkinton 1, Norton nothing. You are tuned in to Hillers Girls JV Soccer on HCAM. Second quarter of play, and after 1, it is Hopkinton leading the Norton Lancers 1-0. A nice goal by Ariana Schaefer, which was assisted by Finnegan, Kate Finnegan. And Ariana Schaefer just had a shot at a wide open net, and she was able to knock it through. We are ready to continue on. The Hillers will start off with possession. The work right to left across your screen. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on this Sunday afternoon for a double dose of girls soccer Start off with JV, and then we'll have Varsity and the Senior Day festivities as well prior to the Varsity game. And a play it goes. Rowan Scott on camera. Putting a play to Cincinnati. Back towards Silva. Lancers trying to get some momentum going. Silva tracks it down. And just able to keep it in is Shelby Jones, but then it's knocked out anyway. Good hustle there by Jones. That pass was very much in front of her. Towards the box now. Taking it out, Veronica White. Carrero runs into traffic. Nice send-off there by Silva. Sent back up by Lennon. And a play it goes. Lancers ball. Cincinnati sends it down. Lennon collects. Sends it back up towards Souza. A little too much contact there. That'll draw the whistle. Lancers will put it into play. Over towards Skirkanich. Along the near side, out of play it goes. It'll be Lancers ball. Carly Bell Goodwin puts it into play. Trigny jumps in front, sends it towards the box. Goalkeeper came out and wrapped it up before Ariana Schaefer could get there. Along the far side, Jones. Now Veronica White getting in on the action. White able to burst her way through and sends it up the far side. Out of play it goes. It'll be Hiller's entry. Down towards Cincinnati. Lancers able to intercept. Along the far side, and that'll roll out. .22 and counting left to go in this second quarter. 1-0 lead for Hopkinton. And we'll get a trip up there. That'll draw a whistle. Certainly been a physical game between these two. They're not afraid to get right in there. Certainly makes it a lot of fun when you got two teams just playing some good physical ball. Schaefer. Skirkanich jumps in there and intercepts. Sent up now by Ranieri. Elstrom Hall comes away with it. Sends it over to Champlin. Here comes Champlin. She'll be diverted by Ranieri. Still working up that near side. Some good footwork there and a little too much body contact. That'll draw the COVID whistle. Champlin will put it into play. This has to be an indirect kick, so Belladiga will tap it, and then a shot out in front, and a just wide is going to be Pirelli. Oh, that was a great setup by Champlin, but it was sent just wide. Lancers will send it off. There's a big chunk of the net wide open, too. She'd love to have that one back. Elstrom Hall sends it down to Belladiga. There's a shot just wide of the net. The Hillers are certainly getting some good looks in the attack zone so far today. Set that a play along the far side. Hillers ball. Relly sends it down into the box. Belladiga out in front. Can they get a shot off? It's diverted for the moment. Tracked down on the near side by Scanovan. She'll send it out. Back towards the box. Off of Champlin it goes. Belladiga with a touch. And the Lancers able to get it out of the attack zone. Elstrom Hall goes off of Robichaud. Robichaud trying to get in there. Silva now. Worked upfield by Bell Goodwin. Here's Skirkanich. Cutting her off is Finnegan. Out of play it goes. It'll be Hiller's ball. Nice job by Finnegan sending that off of Skirkanich. Schaefer trying to turn it upfield out of play. Hillers will have the entry. 10 minutes left to go here in quarter number 2 as we'll have a couple substitutions. And players coming into the game, they got to use that hand sanitizer at the scores table before they can enter the field of play. Shelby Jones, Jessica Earledge, and Caitlin Graziano all into the game. Sanitizer, you got to use that coming into the game and coming out of the game. Elstrom Hall puts it into play. Sent over by Champlin. Up the near side goes Souza, and we get a whistle. And a play it goes. It'll be put into play by the Hillers. Elstrom Hall trying to decide where to go with it. Puts it towards Scanovan. Knocked back out. And this time it'll be Lancer's ball. Bell Goodwin. And Robichaud would like to have that one back. Hillers will have the entry. Elstrom Hall. Downfield goes Skirkanich. There, he trying to turn it around. Here comes Elstrom Hall. Cut off by Ranieri. She'll send it back to the keeper. Keeper just cut it out of there. That boot took a good curve, and that'll draw a whistle. Some collision there between Frazier and Skirkanich. Key so far in this game for both teams seems to be get to the ball. Don't stop pursuing that ball. Hillers will have the indirect kick. Get a tap here by Finnegan. Elstrom Hall will send it up. And I think the issue there was she had to keep it on the ground in that situation. So it'll be Lancer's ball. Ranieri sends it up. Off of Finnegan, it goes towards the box. Goalkeeper way out, but she's able to wrap it up. Just Just under 7 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Hillers leading 1-0. Along the far side now. Scanovan works it upfield. Sent out a play off of Robbins. Hayward works it towards the box, and it's wrapped up. Valdigo is just waiting any kind of mishandle by the goalkeeper. She was going in there for the shot. Sent upfield by Finnegan. Opportunity here and offsides. Just offsides. That was certainly a good look there by the Hillers. Along the far side now. Tracking it down, Jones. She'll put it up the sideline. Over to Scanovan. And now a fire. And off the side of the net goes Hayward. It was a good setup towards Hayward, who showed off the wheels getting towards the corner of the box. Was able to rip a shot off, but just puts it off the side of the net. If she went a little more to the left on that, that was going right in. That was a good fire there. Approaching the box once again. And now they're diverted. Here comes Souza. Works it upfield. A little bump action there, but the ref will let him play on as Graziano and Robichaud were playing the ball. Had some incidental contact. And a play it goes. Lancers entry. Carly Bell Goodwin. Jumping in front, Sansonetti. She'll send it down off sides, I believe. Or actually, no, it might have been, in fact, it wasn't on the ground. They were also offside, so it works out. Ranieri sends it down. Elstrom Hall jumps in front. And a play goes. Lancers ball. And we're getting a substitution for Norton. Adele Crosscup back into the game. Yeah, the officials saying 10 yards. Yes, they 10 yards back of the entry. Sansonetti. And we have a push that'll lead to an indirect kick for the Hillers. From the near side, Elstrom Hall. And she'll go backfield with it over to Graziano. Sent up by Earledge. Strong boot there by Finnegan along the far side. Here come the Hillers into the box. There's a shot, and off the keeper it goes, and then put out of play. Nice shot there by Hayward. Keeper just able to get in there and deflect it a little bit to allow Ranieri to put it out of play. 2:27 and counting left to go here in the second quarter. The Hillers will have the entry from the corner. Off of Sansonetti. And back out of play it goes. Finnegan will put it into play. Over to Sansonetti. And she was diverted by Lennon. Entry once again for the Hillers into the box. And a nice shot by Finnegan, but it's standing in her way was Grace Souza. Hillers will take it again from the corner. Cincinnati. And she's going to be able to keep it in along the end line. Takes a shot out in front. Still into play as it rolls over to the near side. Handled by Frazier. She rips it out in front. And the shot is diverted. Still in the box. And there's a shot and a goal. Kate Finnegan rips it in to make it a 2-0 game. Great possession by the Hillers. They kept the pressure on, kept pursuing the ball, kept the hustle going, and it pays off. That goal comes with about 2 minutes left in the second quarter. I want to say it was Cincinnati on the assist for that goal. That was just brilliant pressure by the Hillers there. And could we have more pressure here? Frazier going to track it down. Sends it back over to Finnegan. Out in front, Cincinnati approaching, and it's diverted towards Graziano. Up the near side of Finnegan. Sent up by Souza to Bell Goodwin. And some body contact there. That'll draw the whistles. Graziano and Robichaud get tied up. And that is going to do it for the second quarter of play. The Hillers net another goal, and they lead it after 2. Hopkinton 2, Norton nothing. You are tuned in to Girls JV Soccer on HCAM. We are ready for the third quarter of play in this JV matchup between Norton and Hopkinton. A 2-0 lead for the Hillers. Ariana Schaefer netted a goal with 2:30 left in the first quarter. And then Kate Finnegan with about 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Hillers getting a lot of nice open looks in this game so far today, and doing a great job at putting pressure on these Norton defenders. And I think the officials trying to determine if they have the teams lined up on the right side of the field. They switch every quarter. Not quite sure why they just don't switch at halves, but I guess it does make it more fair to switch every quarter, especially if there's wind issues. Got to play along the far side. Sometimes you get the wind in your favor, and then sometimes there's no wind at all. But certainly you want to make sure both teams are getting the wind in their favor and also working against the wind at a fair amount. Lancers work it up the near side. Passed by cross cup to Gessner. Sent up by Souza. And we have some contact there. Pirelli was a little tripped up. Hillers with the indirect kick. Sent up by Silva. Sent over by Ranieri. Tracked down by Scanovan. Scanovan approaching, bursting out, takes the shot. She could have waited a little bit. She had some good room breaking through a couple of Lancers on that side of the field, and she took a couple steps forward. She could have got a little bit closer to the net, but it was a good breakaway there by Scanovan. Beldiga tied up. Here's Scanovan. Puts it off of Lennon. Beldiga. And sometimes you see that open opportunity to take a shot. You just don't know how close the defenders are behind you. So you rip off the shot, hoping for the best. Tripped up was Pirelli. Lancers will send it away. And the play goes hurl high. Lancers trying to put some pressure on. Silva sends it away. Silva's done a nice job defensively for the Hillers in this game. Quick to get to the ball and send it off. Lancers have struggled to get open looks throughout the course of the afternoon so far. As Veronica White collides a little bit with Skrkanich. .30 and counting left to go in this third quarter. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you here at the Hopkinton High School turf fields for some girls JV followed by varsity soccer action. Here comes Champlin on a break to the box, takes a shot, and it's wrapped up. Oh, she just put that a little to the right. She likely would have had it. Ladiga trying to turn it around. White trying to jump in there. Back and forth we go. In the mid area. Along the far side now. Pirelli trying to track it down. Out of play it goes. Couple substitutions for both sides. Lily Turigny, Kate Finnegan into the game for Hopkinton. For Norton, Callie Dennett and Carly Bill Goodwin. On the far side, sent to the box. Ooh, dangerous there by the Hillers. There's a shot, and it's wrapped up by Hurley. I don't know why Hurley didn't get it out of there initially, but she sent it right along the goal line almost, and Hayward sent it back to her, but there was a couple Lancers in the area. Fortunately, no harm done. Pirelli along the far side. Doing battle with Robichaud. Good physical play along the far side. Lancers trying to really establish an attack in the second half. They didn't have much momentum in that first half, but they're certainly putting a little more pressure on than they have been throughout this game in these early minutes of the third quarter. Skurkanich sends it over to the far side, and out of play it goes. Lancers on the entry. Into the box. Hurley comes out and wraps it up. Good shot by Hurley because Skurkanich was flying into the box trying to get to the ball. And she would have had a nice open shot if Hurley wasn't able to get there. Finnegan sends it up. Here comes Champlin. Champlin has some wheels along the near side. Diverted by Ranieri. Champlin with the futsal. Sends it over out in front. Diverted, but out of play. Finnegan was hoping for the shot opportunity there. Jones. Over to Champlin. Sends it out. And airing it out there is Finnegan. A little too much on that one. Well, good defensive work by Podbelski and Ranieri, who have had a whole lot of pressure on them in these last few Hillers possessions. Approaching was Champlin. Gessner airs it out. Played off of White over to the near side of Jones. Sent up by Finnegan. Some body contact there between Champlin and Gessner. That'll draw the whistle. Lancers trying to work it back into Hiller's territory, but Hopkinton not making that an easy task. Turigny sends it up towards the corner of the box. Hayward diverted along the far side. Out of play. Hiller is keeping the pressure on in these last few minutes. Jessica Earledge and Caitlin Graziano into the game for Hopkinton, along with Jordan Elstrom Hall. 8:15 and counting left to go in the third quarter. A 2-0 Hillers lead. Trying to work it upfield, Pirelli. Getting in there, Skenevan. Skenevan trying to turn it around. Sent upfield. On the track down, Schaefer. And we get a whistle here as offsides was called. Or actually, I believe he's going to say it went out of play along that far sideline. Lancers will send it away. It was indeed offsides. It wasn't out of play. Now it's out of play. The varsity teams are here as they're loosening up for the next game, which should be a good battle. Hiller's girls got a win yesterday too over Norton, at Norton. Elstrom Hall sends it over to Cincinnati. She's tripped up. That was Schaefer actually sending it over. Bit of a collision there between Cincinnati and Lennon. Hillers will take it from the corner. No traditional corner kicks with the COVID rules, so get an indirect kick from the corner. Cincinnati sends it to the box along the end line, and it's out of play. Up the near side. Finnegan. Over to Cincinnati. And a collision there between Cincinnati and Lennon. And Cincinnati thought she had it from the corner. The official says otherwise, and she's going to have an indirect kick here. Sends it to the box. It's cleared away. Along the far side. Over to the box, Cincinnati, and we get a whistle. Offsides, I believe, was the call. That was indeed the case. Over to the near side of Calhoun. Turned upfield. Rigney trying to get in there. Keeper coming way out once again. Another dangerous situation there as Hayward was quickly approaching, but fortunately for Norton, Ranieri able to get there first. Into the game for the Hillers, Courtney Frazier along with Emmett Champlin and Shrika Beladiga. Far side. Into the box, out of play. Be Hiller's ball. Pirelli. Sends it into Belladiga. Into the box. And the shot just wide there by Champlin. On the far side. Belsky trying to turn it upfield. Belladiga. Under 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Approaching the box. There's a shot, and it's just wide from Champlin. Maybe that a little bit of contact from Aaron Lennon also diverted the shot a little bit too. But that was a good look for Champlin from the near side. These officials let him play a little bit out there. There's been a little bit of body contact and pushing at times, but they let him have some fun out there. Belladiga, top of the box. Hayward doing battle with Bell Goodwin along the far side. Sends it to the box. Hillers with an opportunity here. There's a shot, and it is bobbled and wrapped up off the foot of Kate Finnegan. Finnegan ripping off a pretty good shot there. The Hillers putting the pressure on here in these closing minutes of the third quarter. Calhoun sends it down, sent back up by Finnegan. Champlin over towards Tarigny. Belladiga leaves it out in front. Hillers approaching, and it is going to be bobbled by the keeper, then put out of bounds off of Frazier. Well, Norton getting lucky there. You had Courtney, Frazier, and Belladiga right there. And fortunately for Norton, Belladiga not able to get the shot off she wanted. We are through 3 quarters of play. After 3, it's Hopkinton 2, Norton nothing. The final quarter coming up next on HCAM. ready for the fourth quarter of play. A 2-0 Hillers lead in this JV matchup with the Norton Lancers. And this has been a great effort by this Hillers team. They have played well today. They have been showing off some good hustle and doing a nice job getting to the ball. Good all-around effort by this Hillers team as they look to walk away with another win here on their home turf. They'll start off with possession, working right to left across your screen. And we are ready to go. Sent down by Jones. Sent back up now by Calhoun. Silva over to Jones. It's up to Finnegan. Diga gets in there. And it was a hard kick off of Podbelski. Back and forth we go. On their side, Souza. Some body contact there between Souza and Finnegan. That'll draw the whistle. One of those COVID calls. You can't have that body contact. Indirect kick here. Sent back by Robbins. Souza airs it out towards the net. It is off of Herli. Elstrom Hall tracks it down. Puts it up the far side. And a play it goes. A dangerous situation there. But a nice job by Elstrom Hall getting it out of the danger zone. Callie Dennett will have the indirect kick. Tom Nappy on the call for this JV game and varsity game coming up starting at 2 o'clock. We'll celebrate the senior day as well. All the seniors on this great Hillers varsity team, which we'll see in action against Lancers once this game is through. Starting at 2 p.m., a double dose of Hillers girls soccer for you today on HCAM. Calhoun sends it in. Hillers approaching. Loose ball wrapped up just before Courtney Frazier could get there. Don't forget, for the latest on Hillers sports, you can turn to our website, hcam.tv, but also we have a terrific new show on HCAM called HCAM Sports Talk Live, and it's every Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. until 4 p.m. Get you up to date with the latest in local high school, college, and professional sports. HCAM Sports Talk Live every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Sent down by Veronica White. And it's hosted by yours truly. Lancers will put it into play. And of course, for the latest happenings in Hopkinton, you can tune in to HCAM News Live every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. We're live with HCAM News now, getting you up to date with what's going on in town. Hillers will have the free kick. Veronica White will take it. Just under 13:30 to go in this fourth quarter. 2-0 Hillers lead. And a playoff of Gessner. Handful of substitutions for both sides. Ariana Schaefer, Michaela Skinovan, and Caitlin Sansonetti into the game for Hopkinton. Adele Crosscup in for Norton. And also And Podbelski back out there as well. Hillers with the futsal from the far side. Actually, that was a free kick, excuse me. Sent up by Schaefer. Over to the box it goes. Champlin puts it into the danger zone, but it's wrapped up. Certainly a little chillier today than we've seen on the previous 2 weekends this season. But pretty comfortable out here on this Sunday afternoon. Sent down to Cincinnati. Hayward getting in there. Sent back up and out by Ranieri. Or no, it's going to stay in play, excuse me. To Robichaud. She's tripped up. Little body contact there between Jones and Robichaud. It'll be Lancer's ball. We'll have the indirect kick here. Calhoun. A little confusion there. Calhoun. Nice move there. Turned up towards Robichaud. And Robichaud will take it from the corner. Sent out off of Jones. From the corner, wrapped up. I think the issue there was it had to be an indirect kick. So the Hillers will get to clear it. Jones will take it from the corner. Cincinnati out of play. I think you'll see that every now and then this season. Just kind of forget the new rules from the corner and approach it like you have been for the many years you've been playing the game. Certainly tough to transition for a lot of these players since they've been playing the sport for so long. Now they have to play it a very different way. Out in front. And that'll be a COVID call. Some close contact there. Hillers will get to send it away. White on the indirect kick. Cincinnati. Indirect kick pretty much has to be a pass of some type. Can't be towards the box. Can't be towards the net. Along the far side, Champlin. Working the sideline for Norton. That is Gessner. Sent down by Sousa. Sousa. Drawing some attention from Veronica White. We'll get a close contact call there. Less than 9 minutes left to go in this one. Hillers up 2-0 in this JV showdown. Over to the far side to Elstrom Hall. There goes Champlin out of play. Back into the game for the Hillers, Courtney Frazier, along with Sophie Pirelli, Jessica Erlich, and Caitlin Graziano. Coming in for Norton is Carly Bell Goodwin. Rachel Calhoun will take a breather. Also now in for the Hillers, Kate Finnegan and Shrika Beladiga. Hiller's trying to work it towards the attack zone. Top of the box. Sent down by Hayward. Towards the end line. Put out of play. Jones. Baladiga getting in there. Over to the near side and out. Jones puts it into play to Finnegan. Back out it goes. Out of play. That time off of Skinnavan. That was off of Lancer. Skinnavan, nice job making sure it got a piece of a Norton player. Approaching the 6.5-minute mark here in this fourth quarter. Pop back out of play by Norton. Hayward puts it into play. Nice move there by Souza. Now the box wrapped up. Aired out towards the box by Finnegan. Frazier along the far side. And a play off of Cross Cup. Into the box. Miller's trying to attack. They got Schaefer and Frazier in the area. Lancer's able to clear for the moment. Towards midfield, sent down by Graziano. Along the far side, Skinnavan. Skinnavan going to rip a shot. Wrapped up. Upfield goes the keeper. Sent over by Finnegan. Into the box. Ranieri sends it out. Hiller's on the attack once again here in the final few minutes of this game. Sent back towards Graziano. Out in front, Baladiga. And sent out of play along the near side. Be Norton ball. Just under 4 minutes left to go. Hiller's trying to close out a win. In this JV game, and don't forget, we have the varsity game coming up next. We'll have the senior day festivities prior to the game. Getting in there is Turigny, sent away by the Lancers. Elstrom Hall sends it down. And play it goes. Bill Goodwin will put it into play for Norton. Back and forth we go along the near side. Getting in there is Champlin. Sent back out off of Robbins. Excuse me, make that Bell Goodwin. Shot by Champlin into the box. Loose ball. And it's just diverted before Courtney Frazier could get there. The Hillers will take it from the corner. 2:20 and counting left to go. Good battle between these two teams. Good physical, well fought out game. And the Hillers likely going to come away with the W. Along the near side. Turned around by Finnegan out of play. Under 2 minutes now. Gwen Robichaud into the game for Norton. Sent up by Podbelski. Lancers going to try to establish an attack here. And we'll have a body contact whistle there as Olstrom Hall and Gessner met up. Here comes Sansonetti. She'll get it away. Champlin sends it over. Racing in Turigny. Back towards midfield now. Over to Sansonetti. Out of play it goes. Norton ball. Bill Goodwin puts it into play. Sansonetti gets in there. Nice steal. Ooh, some big contact there with Sansonetti. She might have twisted up that ankle. I think she just misstepped and twisted up that ankle. They're going to check on her. Hopefully she's okay. Trainer's going to help her off. But it does appear to be an ankle injury. And that's going to do it for the game. The Hopkinton Hillers going to come away with the 2-0 victory. A nice, well-fought-out game. Hillers taking down Norton in the JV matchup 2-0. For Rowan Scott on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. Stay tuned. The varsity game coming up in just a few minutes right here on HCAMED, as well as our YouTube page, youtube.com/HCAMTV. Hillers JV takes down Norton by a final score of 2-0. Check. Here we go. We hope you are enjoying today's presentation of Hopkinton Hillers girls soccer. The varsity game is scheduled for a 2 p.m. start. So for now, we're going to interrupt the stream broadcast, but we'll be right back right around 2 p.m. with the Senior Day festivities as well as the varsity game. So until then, take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon for Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer. Thanks for watching, everybody. afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Hopkinton High School turf fields. We are just about ready to get the Senior Day festivities started, as the Hopkinton Hillers will be taking on the Norton Lancers. But first, we'll have the Senior Day festivities. And on this Hillers team, they are celebrating quite a few seniors. They're going to be celebrating 6 seniors today. Kristen McCluskey, Kelly Title, Tiffany McCulis, Lily York, Riley Delaney, and Alexis Veal. So we'll have 6 seniors celebrated for this Hillers team, and all 6 of the seniors they will be celebrating have done a tremendous job throughout their Hillers days on this girls varsity soccer team. Tom Nappy, happy to be on the call with you this afternoon. Rowan Scott is on camera. You are tuned in to Hillers girls varsity soccer on HCAM. And as they're getting set up for the Senior Day festivities, let's take a look at the starters for the Hopkinton Hillers. The starters today, you'll have Kristen McCluskey in net. Kelly Title will be the right fullback. Riley Kradenmacher will be the left fullback. Riley Delaney, the center back. Gabby Siri is the sweeper. Lexi Veal is the defensive midfielder. Ava Perlov, the right midfielder. Ashley Butler, the central midfielder. Lily York is the striker. Tiffany McCulis, the attacking midfielder. And the winger is going to be Joanna DuPont. Some of the strategies that Coach Skiba will be implementing this game for the Hillers against Norton is moving the ball. Movement without the ball to create space. Space certainly important. And we have some people driving by, beeping their horns, getting ready for the big Senior Day celebration. And the Hillers, they're going to be looking to get quality shots on the net today. That's certainly going to be big against this Lancers team. And it should be a good game out there between 2 pretty good teams. Taking a look at the standings in the TVL for girls varsity soccer. We'll get you those in a moment if your tablet wants to cooperate. There we go. All right, apologies for that. So the standings, you got Westwood at 0 wins, 2 losses, 3 ties. Ashland is 2 wins, 1 loss, no ties. Medfield, 4 wins, no losses, 1 tie. Norwood, no wins, 5 losses, 0 ties. Holliston, 4 wins, 0 losses, and a tie. And Hopkinton, 2-1-2 overall. And it looks like we are getting the Senior Day festivities started off. So without further ado, let's send it to Athletic Director Rich Corbett. We're going to recognize the Norton Lancers seniors first. Abigail Moon being recognized. Taking a look at the seniors on this Norton team. You have Abigail Moon, Julian Perkins, Brianna Cahoon, Abby Migelski, Megan Moniz, and Brenna Hickey. They have 6 seniors as well. The board is led by head coach Megan Elliott. Now, here are the Hopkinton seniors. Kelly center field, meet up with her parents, hand them a nice bouquet of flowers for all the support throughout the years. Norton Lancers, 0 wins, 3 losses, and 0 ties on the season. They're looking to get in the win column today. Bellingham, 0-5-0. Dover Sherborne, 2 wins, no losses, 1 tie. Medway, 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie. Millis, 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 tie. And Dedham, 1 win, 0 losses, 2 ties. So there are the rest of the TVL standings here in this Fall 1 sports season for girls varsity soccer. There's Tiffany McCulis. Starting rotation today, as well as play time. I believe we have all 6 seniors starting today. Tiffany McCulis, she's been a fun player to watch throughout her high school soccer career. Very talented player, great speed, and was a big part of that championship, state championship contending team a couple years ago. There's Lily York. Tremendous talent for the Hillers. A great player throughout her years in a Hillers uniform. Hopkinson's favorite goalkeeper, Kristen McCluskey. She's been tremendous in that for the Hillers throughout her varsity days, or years I should say. Starting goalkeeper, I believe this is her 3rd year as the starting keeper for the Hillers. She'll be getting the start today, of course. There's Alexis Veal. Veal, a big part of last year's team, big part of this year's team. She's being greeted by her brother and her mother, if I'm not mistaken. I have to say, Rich doing this without the microphone, but you can almost make out what he's saying. He knows how to project the voice, that's for sure. Cormier, the athletic director, great job. Last couple of years as part of the Hillers community. Riley Delaney. She's been tremendous to watch. Great defender for the Hillers. Of course, she'll be the center back today in the starting mix. festivities. And we are just about ready to get this game started. Flick it down to my camera. So we have celebrated the 6 seniors on the Norton Lancers, the 6 seniors on the Hopkinton Hillers, and we are ready for some soccer between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Norton Lancers. Hopkinton on the season, 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties. They picked up another win against Norton yesterday in Norton. The Lancers, 0 wins, 3 losses, and 0 ties. And the Hillers looking to repeat what they were able to do yesterday against this Norton team. And of course, with it being senior day, you always want to get that win on senior day. The Hillers took down Norton yesterday. 3-1 was the final in that game. So far on the season, they started off with a 0-0 tie to Medway. Then they took down Medway 1-0 on the road. Tied Holliston on the road at 1 apiece. Lost to Holliston here on the home turf 1-0 last weekend. And took down Norton yesterday 3-1. The Lancers will start off with possession, working right to left across your screen. 20 minutes on the clock, and we are ready for Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. Lily Newell with possession to start things off. And very comfortable temperatures here at the turf fields today. High 50s, low 60s, some clouds in the sky, but perfect day for some fall season soccer. Booted away by the keeper. Along the far side now. That's Kaylin Hebert in net for Norton, the freshman. And we have some contact along the far sideline between Abby Robichaud and Morgan Berenson. Down towards midfield. Along the near side now, that is Mackenzie Dennett. Sends it up to Moniz, and it's taken away by Veal. Sending it in, Mackenzie Dennett. Back and forth we go in the midfield section. Veal sends it over to Butler, who will send it upfield. Get off the body of Veal. Nice little boot there by York to get it upfield. Sent back down by Dennett. DuPont moves it over from the near side. Here comes Norton. Into Hillers territory. Chasing it down, Cameron Doyle. Hillers trying to get it out of their defensive zone. Veal gets in there, nice move. Alexis Veal, fun player to watch, aggressive getting the ball, good speed, great footwork. Here comes DuPont. Knocked out of bounds. Hillers will have the entry. Kelly Title will put it into play. Here goes DuPont. Into the box. There's a boot. Out in front. And it's cleared away. That was just cleared away in time by the captain, Caroline Turncott. Along the near side, that is Russell. Off of Butler. And a play it goes, Norton ball. About 3 minutes into action here in quarter number 1. Mackenzie Dennett will put it into play. Russell sends it back towards Turcott. Caroline Turcott, a junior captain for Norton. A lot of back and forth exchanges to start off this game. Here goes Doyle. Sends it up. And put out of bounds. Off the Hillers. Eva Perlov got in there. Aired out into the box. Out in front. Good defense there by the Hillers. That was right in the danger zone. And Kelly Title and Riley Delaney played it well. And Kristen McCluskey was debating, should I come out of the net? Nah, Kelly and Riley got this. Sent back to Turcotte. Keeper will give it a boot. Hiller is working left to right across your screen. Sent over by Butler. Off of DuPont. DuPont trying to get there. Goaltender way out, and she's going to cut off DuPont. I always saw the goalkeeper come out of the net for Norton in the JV game, come way out like that, and a couple times it got her into trouble, but a couple times it paid off. Turcotte sends it over. Sent down by Robichaud. Trying to play it as Doyle stuck in between a couple of Hillers. Butler gets in on the action, and now there's McEulis. Back to McEulis. She sends it over to Siri. Hillers will have the futsal from the far side. Of course, the futsal has replaced the throw-in that we are traditionally used to with the COVID rules. They don't want people touching the ball. Goaltender, of course, can touch the ball with their hands. Butler up against Leahy. Nice move by Butler, sending it up the sideline towards the box now. Here comes the keeper. She'll wrap it up. Ebert will send it away. Over towards DuPont. Went off of DuPont. Now Veal trying to track it down and just out of bounds. Danette will put it into play for Norton. Back over to Turcotte. DuPont getting in there. Turcotte playing keep away. Sent up now to Russell. The Hillers' territory. Trying to get there is Newell. Over to McCluskey. And she is just able to get it away before Newell got there. Lancers on the attack. Nice job by Siri getting it out of the danger zone. Just under 12 and a half left to go in this first quarter. Scoreless between Hopkinton and Norton in quarter number one. Into the box. And a nice boot there by Delaney. Or make that Veal, rather. Sent over by Turcotte. comes the Hillers. Approaching up the far side, that was Perlov, and she's diverted. And a play it goes. Hillers will take it from the corner. Of course, it has to be an entry from the corner. Cannot be a direct kick into the box. So there's the pass, there's the boot into the box. Out of bounds off of Norton. They'll do it again. And they'll do it a third time. Gotta give him 10 yards clearance. There's a boot out in front. There's a shot just wide goes Gabriella Siri. Gabriella Siri, junior, and you'll see her all over the field. Out in front. McCulis takes a shot off a Lancer. It goes, and it's wrapped up by the keeper. Went right off of Turcotte. On the far side, that's Cross. Tangled up with McCulis, able to just get it away. Lancer's trying to work it upfield. Getting in there was Title. Title up against Owens. Over to the far side now. Back and forth we go here in the midfield section. Sent over to Delaney. Title. Puts it off a Lancer and out. Nice job there by Title getting it off of Moniz. Along the near side, here comes DuPont. Trying to center it up. And it is off of Turcotte and out. Wheelers will take it from the corner as we approach the 8.5-minute mark here in this first quarter. Lily York will handle it, along with Ava Perlov. Over to Perlov. And to the top of the box. Off of Syria it goes and out. Lancer's ball from the near sideline. Hiller's trying to keep the pressure on. I think that went out. And it did. Upfield there by Danette. And a play off of Veal. Danette. Lancer's ball. Back to Turcotte. She'll send it to the keeper. It went off the foot of Kradenmacher and had a play. Seven minutes and counting left to go in this first quarter. Along the far side. Ooh, tripped up there a little bit with Siri. Well, it is probably Bit of a slick turf out there. There was some rain yesterday during the boys JV game. McCulis working it upfield. Into the box, it's cut off by Turcotte. York slices it forward. The goalkeeper way out, wide open net. And we have a whistle. And it will go in favor of Norton. And it was just, I think, because of the body contact, we had the whistle. Just an unlucky situation there, because DuPont had a wide open net right in front of her. It was sent over by Delaney. Delaney going to try to track it down. Racing for Norton is Shaylee Owens to try to get there. Out of play it goes. Kelly Title will put it into play. Sent flying by Delaney. Veal gets in there and simultaneous contact puts it out on Veal. Norton will take it from the near side. Robichaud on the futsal. Lancers trying to put some pressure on the Hillers, who have defended their attack zone well so far in this game. Butler sends it over to the far side. Tracking it down, Kranenmacher. Opportunity potentially here. Here she goes. There's a shot a little too much by Perlov. Ava Perlov had a good look and did some nice footwork to get into the attack zone, but a little too much mustard. 4:09 and counting left to go here in this first quarter. Along the near side, that is Burt Whistle. Sent back into Norton territory from Delaney. Veal gets in there. And that'll draw the whistle. Just too much contact. But it is in favor of the Hillers. Siri going to air it out. She has a big leg right towards the net, and it's wrapped up. That was a beauty, but Hebert able to wrap it up and pull it down. Airs it out. Sent up the near side, tracking it down. Delaney sends it back to McCluskey. Over to Burt Whistle. She'll air it out. There's Perlov. Now DuPont. DuPont to Burt Whistle. Sends it across. Perlov trying to get there, but it is going to draw Hebert out of the net. Hillers winning the possession battle slightly so far. Lancers looking to attack here. Burt Whistle going to track it down right on her heels, though, is Owens. McCluskey sends it back. And that is off of Trendle. There's DuPont trying to work the near sideline. Nice move there by DuPont. DuPont sends it over to Trendle. Big collision. That'll draw a whistle. McCulis and Turcotte getting wrapped up. It will go in favor of the Hillers. So what will they do here? Air it out right at the net, or try to send it close to the net and get someone there? Let's see. Gabriella Siri. Right towards the net she goes, off the goaltender's hands, and she wraps it up. Ooh, that little bobble there. That must have been nerve-wracking. Ashley Butler was right there, just waiting for an opportunity. Kulis and Butler there. Now here comes Trendle into the box. She's diverted. Just under 2 minutes left to play here in this first quarter. It's been pretty action-packed here on the senior day game. Two pretty physical teams out there today. Here goes the punt, and it was off of Robichaud. Burt Whistle will put it into play. There's McCulis. She's diverted. Sent over by Burt Whistle to Siri. Now along the far side, it's Kradenmacher. Sends it up. Trendle trying to set something up here into the box. There's a boot off the crossbar. Still a live ball. Oh, man, Joanna DuPont nearly had it. And what an action-packed first quarter that was. We are scoreless after one between the Norton Lancers and the Hopkinton Hillers. Second quarter coming up next on HCAM. We are ready for the second quarter of play. Scoreless game between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Norton Lancers. Tom Nappy happy to be on the call with you this afternoon. Rowan Scott on camera, and that was an action-packed first quarter. Joanna DuPont sent one off the crossbar on a beauty of a shot. She just got it a tad lower. That was going right in. Great pressure by the Hillers in the first quarter. We'll see if they can continue the momentum. This quarter they will be working a right to left across your screen. Lexi Trendle will get things started off. Back to McCulis. There's Siri. Getting in there is Lauren Anderson for Norton. Lancers trying to attack. Kulis. Sent down by Burt Whistle. Over now towards Butler. It's up to Kradenmacher. Perlov along the end line, and it's wrapped up. DuPont was almost there in time. Goalkeeper just got that away. Hiller's right back on the attack. Butler gets in there. Looking for Perlov. She got tangled up with Robichaud. Out of play it goes. Hiller's ball from the corner. Perlov will take it with the help of Kradenmacher. Here goes Kradenmacher along the end line, and it's diverted by Turcotte. Kulis puts it up to Siri. Here comes Norton. Butler trying to get there. Lancers looking for a slight break here. Megan Cross sends it up. Looking for Doyle. Into the box. Here goes Doyle. Putting on the move. Sends it back to Cross. Sent back up now by Robichaud. Quickly turned around by the Hillers. DuPont. Puts it over to Burt Whistle. Sends it out to Perlov. There's DuPont at the corner. Big leg there, and she chipped it just wide. We approach the 17.5-minute mark of this second quarter. Hillers continuing to put the pressure on. Kaylin Hebert will send it away. Airs it out up the far side. Veal sends it over to Kradenmacher. Here goes McCulis into the box, out in front, and Trendle just had her shot diverted. Robichaud was just able to get in front of Trendle to take away that opportunity. She had that was Lexi Trendle. She had a good look there. The Hillers, they are distributing the ball nicely and doing what Coach Skiba wants to see, creating space and opportunities in the attack zone. This whistle in favor of Norton. I think the Hillers may have slightly more speed than this Norton team, too. Here goes DuPont. DuPont racing forward towards the corner, takes a shot, and it's wrapped up. Hebert able to pull it down, and she'll send it off. Butler chips it over to Perlov. Perlov with a couple Lancers in front of her, able to get to it. Now it's Doyle. Doyle, Butler, Clyde, play on, says the official. That was just, when you see a player from both sides playing the ball and there's a little bit of contact, they often won't blow that COVID whistle. They'll let them keep playing. As long as the contact's not totally overbearing. Kradenmacher will put it into play. Delaney, up the far side she goes. Veal sends it forward. Here's Butler. That's up. Into the box. A little too much. And a play it goes. Hebert will set it up. Airs it out up the far side. And a play. Just under 14 minutes left to go in this second quarter. Aired out by Birtwistle. Sent down by Kradenmacher. Off of Kradenmacher and out. The Hillers, they are challenging this Norton team every step of the way. Kradenmacher will put it into play for Hopkinton. Airs it out towards the box. And big collision there between Lexi Veal and Kyla Leahy. Free kick here. I believe it has to be indirect. Or perhaps not. It doesn't have to be. Birtwistle to the net. Wrapped up. She got some good air under that one. Would have liked a little more. Taken along the near side by Kradenmacher. Perlov. Nice move there. Can she keep it in? Yes. No. Just out. Norton ball. 12 minutes and counting left to go in the second quarter. A scoreless game between the Hillers and the Lancers. Hopkinton keeping the pressure brewing. Lancers trying to work their way into the offensive zone. Sent up by Moniz, no one there. Back up goes Delaney. Leahy along the far side, sends it back. Butler on defense, nice steal there. Gets it back to Siri. Over now to Lexi Trendle. Coming away with it, Leahy. Pass over by Perkins to Russell. And here comes the Hillers once again. Trendle stealing it away. Leahy. And Hebert will wrap it up. Sends it flying along the far side. Birtwistle's there. Here's Birtwistle, and she'll take a shot wrapped up. She has a lot of power on those shots. If she got a couple steps closer, I think she would have had that one. And midfield, Siri. Back to Delaney. Out of Birtwistle. Here she comes. Sends it over. Racing it up is Doherty into the box, wrapped up, and we get I believe there was a contact whistle. The keeper sends it up. Butler with the pass over. Lancer's trying to break through. McCluskey way out. We'll give that one a boot. Well, she knew she was in trouble if she'd come out and challenge Lily Newell that time. No Hillers in the area code. Nice job by McCluskey. Pass over to Perkins. Sent up by Leahy. Newell tripped up. Little collision there with Siri. Lancers are going to have a good opportunity here on a free kick. Lily Newell appears to be the one who's going to take it. Hiller's going to build a wall in front, but they'll have to follow the distancing rules. There's Newell, and it's wrapped up. McCluskey will send it off. Taken by Russell. Perkins. Sent back down by Kradenmacher. Back and forth we go. Had a play along the near side. Norton ball. Just under 8 minutes left to go in the second quarter. We remain scoreless in this TVL matchup. Up the near side goes Moniz. And we'll get a COVID stoppage here. Lancers will have the free kick. Lily Newell looking to her head coach, Megan Elliott, for some advisement. It's going to be indirect. There's the pass, there's the kick, into the box, and back out it goes. Aired out. There's Kradenmacher putting it out of play. She got a little more air under that. It would have came right over towards us. Robichaud will put it in. And a play off of Robichaud. Hillers will get a chance to clear the zone as they make a handful of substitutions. Tiffany McCulis back into the game, as well as Lauren Cho entering. Also Morgan Berenson. Sent upfield. Pass by Trendle over to the far side. Here goes Lexi Trendle breaking through. She's diverted. And at a play along the far side, Hiller's ball. Brooke Burtwhistle puts it into play. Back out on Norton. Burtwhistle into McCulis. Cleared away. Butler gets a foot on it. Taken by Newell. Lancers trying to establish an attack. Sent up towards Russell. Able to cut her off is Berenson. Lancers sub out a whole slew of players. Kelly Title into the game for the Hillers, as well as Ellie Driscoll. Just under 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Robichaud sends it out. Trying to get there, Newell. Off of Delaney. Into the box. Just cleared away by Berenson. Nice job by Berenson getting that one away just before Perkins is able to get there. It'll be Hopkinton ball. Gabriella Siri with the indirect kick. Those indirect kicks, you got to keep them on the ground as well. One of the COVID rules. And a play off of Title, Norton ball. McEwis trying to get there. Nice job by McEwis getting in front of Anderson. Along the far side on the chase down is Delaney. And she'll be forced to put it towards the corner. Nearly out of play. It actually stayed in. Might have went off the flag. It'll be Lancers' ball from the corner as we approach the 3-minute mark in this second quarter. Brianna Cahoon will take it. Cleared away. Nice job by Siri. Along the near side, trying to track it down to DuPont. DuPont keeps it in. Here she goes. Approaching the attack zone. DuPont. And it'll be wrapped up. Well, she had two Lancers right around her. Pretty tough to squeeze through that gap. It was a nice effort by DuPont. She just burned everybody up the field, showed the wheels off there. Fired up the far side by Cross. Out of play it goes. And we'll do it again. Under 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. It's been a good physical game between these two teams. Berenson sends it upfield, trying to get there to punt. And it is diverted by Robichaud. Hillers will have it from the corner. And they have to hustle. Running out of time here in the second quarter. York fires it out in front. Cleared away for the moment. Berenson gets a foot on it. That'll force the keeper out. She'll wrap it up. And she'll take her time here. Off of Butler, DuPont. Put out of bounds. Off of Norton. Berenson put it into play. Turned back out by Shaylee Owens. Berenson sends it over to Driscoll. And that will do it for the first two quarters of play After one half, it is Norton nothing, Hopkinton nothing. The third quarter coming up in about 10 minutes. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. mics. There we go. Okay. Welcome back to the turf fields at Hopkinton High School. We are ready for the third quarter as we enter this second half. Norton will start off with the ball and work right to left across your screen. It was a good first half of play, good physical first half. Both teams created some opportunities. I'd say the Hillers certainly won the possession battle, but it was a very good defensive effort by both teams. Some great defensive work in the box. But it's been a fun one so far, an action-packed senior day game for the Hillers. As we continue on here in this third quarter, Hillers and Norton. We are scoreless. Let's see if anybody could change that in this second half. Up the near side, over to Russell. Hillers working left to right. McCulis sends it over. Along the far side and put out of play. Tom Nappy on the call. Happy to be with you for this Sunday afternoon of Hillers girls soccer. Rowan Scott on camera. Lily Newell along the far side. Out of play. Lancers ball. Norton trying to work it into Hopkinton territory. Lancers, they've had trouble finding ways to get into the box. They started to break through a couple times towards the end of that second quarter, but the Hillers have certainly defended well. And we'll get a contact whistle along the far side as Riley Kradenmacher was tripped up. An indirect kick here. Over to Title. Up to Butler. Along the far side and out. Lancers put it into play. Back out of bounds it goes. Kenzie Danette will send it in. And we'll get a contact whistle as Cameron Doyle and Gabriella Siri got wrapped up. Free kick here. Danette going to air it out. Butler able to get the initial foot on it. Along the near side, Ava Perlov. Nice move there by Perlov. Sends it over towards Butler. Here comes the Lancers. Taking it up into the box. There's a shot wrapped up by McCluskey. Lily Newell fired that one. Title. Over to Perlov. Cross sends it back. Here's Robichaud. Turcotte. Now it's Cross sending it over to the far side. Cleared away by Siri. Lancers will put it into play. Turcotte. Trying to break through is Leahy. Over towards Russell. Now McCulis. Up the near side she goes. Perlov trying to get there. Perlov matched against Robichaud. And a play goes. Hillers will put it into play from the near sideline. Title off the flag and out. It is Hiller's ball. It's going to be just shy of the corner, or they'll take it in from. Title. And put back out off of Robichaud. Sends it over towards Veal. Out in front. DuPont trying to get there. Veal plays it off her body. Delaney trying to put it back up into the Norton danger zone. Here comes the Lancers. Getting there was Siri. So she'll send it back to McCluskey. McCluskey just able to get it away. Now charging forward is Russell. Sends it back over to Cross. Perlov trying to come away with it. And there she goes. Some nice footwork there by Ava Perlov. Sent over by Veal. Working it upfield there was Kradenmacher. Cleared out of bounds by Turcotte. Just under 14 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Hillers will have the entry. Kradenmacher puts it into play. McEulis. She was tripped up. Yeah, I'm not sure if the whistle was from her being tripped up or if it went out of play along that sideline. And it was indeed the trip up, so it's a free kick here. Siri sends it up over towards York. Hillers trying to rush into the attack zone. McEulis trying to turn it around. Over towards Russell now. Sent down by Robichaud. Title. Works it up the near side towards Perlov. Good footwork there. Out in front, McEulis. She's tripped up. Some incidental contact there. Sent up by Kradenmacher. DuPont rushing the box, and the goaltender just able to wrap it up. Kaylin Hebert just got there in time. Along the far side. Getting in front of it was Siri. Title. Lancers trying to work it towards the attack zone. Once again, good defense by the Hillers. Over to Russell. Now back to Cross. Cross goes back to midfield to Turcotte. DuPont. Here she goes. Joanna DuPont rushing into the attack zone. There's a boot just wide. Hebert will send it to her right and now clear it away. Off of Butler. Keelis gets there. Sent up by Veal, a little too much. Robichaud will put it into play. A little bit of a collision there. McCulis. Butler. Lancers working along the far side. Out of play it goes. 10 minutes and counting left to go in the third quarter. Scoreless game so far between the Hillers and Norton. Intercepted and kicked away by Robichaud. And now here comes Russell. Russell sends it to the top of the box. Cleared away by McCulis. Putting on the moves there was Leahy. Newell. Good defense there by Veal. Lancers will take it from the far sideline. On the entry. Into the box. Cleared away. Turcotte sends it up. Turned around by Anderson. Cleared back away. Playing it off for bodies, Russell. Title up the near side and out. Well, Lancers may be getting a little momentum in their favor in these last couple minutes. Turcotte sends it back. Aired out by Hebert. Title puts it back into Norton territory. Off of Siri. And we'll get a COVID whistle here. Lancers will have a free kick. Danette. And we had a stoppage somewhere in there. I don't think enough space was allowed. Leahy leaves it back for Turcotte, who airs it out towards the box. And it's handled by Butler. Now taken away. Here come the Lancers. Russell sends it across. Cleared back out by Siri. And nice job getting in there by Leahy. Perlov trying to track it down. Cross is there. Along the sideline, still in play. What a steal by Perlov. Over to York. She'll send it up. Here comes DuPont. She's diverted. Racing in there. Big collision. As McCulis got tied up with Leahy. It'll be a free kick, Hillers. Siri will take it. Let's see if she pops it right towards the net. She's going to angle it to the top of the box. Newell colliding with Siri. Siri ends up winning that battle. Veal racing forward. And we get a whistle here in favor of Norton. Just under 5.5 to play in this third quarter. To midfield, off the side of the foot of Veal. Butler. Sent up the sideline. Don't forget, every Wednesday afternoon on HCAM at 3 p.m., you can catch HCAM Sports Talk live, keeping you up to date with the latest in local high school and professional sports. Hosted by yours truly. And this week we'll be talking with Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity head coach Garrett Sawyer. Great conversation with Coach Sawyer, so don't miss out. HCAM Sports Talk Live every Wednesday at 3 p.m. live on HCAM TV, as well as our YouTube and Facebook page. On the far side, over to Trendle, looking for DuPont. Bit of a collision there. Sent down by Robichaud. Moon sends it back. Robichaud clears, out of play. Coming into the game for the Hopkinton Hillers is Brooke Doherty. She'll give Ava Perlov a breather. We approach the 3.5-minute mark of this third quarter. Put in a play by Burt Whistle. McCulis gets in there along the near side. DuPont trying to come away with it, and she does. Here comes DuPont. Nice move there. Can she get back to it? No. Pass upfield by Robichaud. And now challenging is Veal. Trying to get it from Hickey. DuPont. There goes DuPont. Airs it out. Wrapped up. Upfield. Lancers trying to give their defenders a rest. Little push there. That'll draw a whistle. Yeah, Hickey with that little push on Veal. Hillers have it. DuPont. Taken away by Robichaud, but she went out. Burt Whistle will put it into play. Trying to find DuPont along the corner. Along the near side, getting in there, Veal. Out goes Robichaud. Under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Hickey sends it over. Hickey back to Moniz. Delaney sends it back into Norton territory. Veal gets in there. Sent up towards DuPont. Out of play. Burt Whistle will put it in. DuPont airs it out to the net. Off the goalkeeper's hand. Still a live ball. Taking control for the moment, Danette. She'll send it away. That was a beauty of a shot by DuPont. She's had a couple of great looks during this game. Aired out along the near side. Veal out of play. Birtwistle will put it into play. DuPont try to work it upfield. And this is going to be Hiller's ball. From the near side, Birtwistle will air it out. Will she go right to the net? Yes, she will, and it is wrapped up. Closing moments of the third quarter. Delaney up towards DuPont. McCulis back to Birtwistle. Into the box. Shot opportunity, and it's wrapped up. Just before Brooke Doherty could get there. And boy, has that been a busy stretch for the goalkeeper for Norton, Kaylin Hebert. To midfield now. Delaney to Birtwistle. And out of play there. Birtwistle puts it back into play. DuPont. Over to Veal. Trying to rush the box, and Butler's diverted. Sent up by Delaney. Popped out of play by Siri. And that is going to do it for the third quarter. I think there might have been a little extra stoppage time in that quarter. It's looking like the officials might have lost track of how much time was left. Fourth quarter coming up next as we remain scoreless between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Norton Lancers. Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. Quarter of play between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Norton Lancers. This has been a very fun, action-packed game between these two teams. And we remain scoreless as we enter the final 20 minutes of this Senior Day game. Hillers celebrating 6 seniors earlier today. Kristen McCluskey, Kelly Title, Tiffany McCulis, Lily York, Riley Delaney, and Lexi Veal. Hopkinton working right to left throughout the quarter. Along the near side, that's Doherty. And we get a COVID whistle here. Kradenmacher will put it into play. Indirect free kick. Aired out by Siri. And a play. Along the far side. We're less than a minute into the fourth quarter. Approaching the 19-minute mark. Scoreless game between Norton and Hopkinton. Tom Nappy on the call. Rowan Scott on camera. Hillers with possession. Ashley Butler. Back to Siri. Over to Doherty. Up the near side to Kradenmacher. And a play goes. Norton ball. Danette on the entry. There's a quick shot by Butler, diverted. Out in front, and it's wrapped up. Lexi Trendle was quickly approaching. Sent back to the keeper by Siri. McCluskey will try to clear, but it went off of Newell. Along the far side. Sends it towards the box. Off of Kradenmacher it goes. Kradenmacher got a little tied up there. Here comes McCulis. Sends it up towards Trendle. There's a boot into the box, and that is going to be a goal! Joanna DuPont got there before Hebert could, and it's 1-0 Hillers. I believe that was Trendle who sent it across, and then DuPont got there and nicked it right in. Was able to cut off Kaylin Hebert and make it a 1-0 game. Nice way to start off the fourth quarter by the Hillers. So now the pressure is on Norton. Sent out a play by Smigelski. Kradenmacher sends it upfield. Along the far side and out. Sent over by Siri. Kradenmacher sends it to the box, and it's wrapped up. Off of Butler. Here comes DuPont again. She's turned away. Joanna DuPont putting all kinds of pressure on this Norton team all game long. She has been a thorn in their side for sure. Along the far side, back out of play it goes. play. Aired out into the box, and it's wrapped up. Good air under that one by Burt Whistle. Into Hiller's territory. Looking to approach is Doyle. Anderson sends it up. Over to Cross. Back now to Danette. And at a play it goes along the near side. Danette will send it in. Along the end line. Cleared out by Siri. Sent into the box by Leahy. Over to the far side it goes. Owens trying to track it down. And it ends up out. Along the far side now. Entered into play by Veal. So on the Hillers' goal, it was indeed Joanna DuPont, but there was a number of assists. Lexi Trendle and Brooke Doherty, I believe, got credited with the assists on that goal, as they were both involved in setting up Joanna DuPont for that beauty of a shot. The only score of the game to this point, 12:49 and counting. Hillers leading 1-0. Perloff. Sends it towards the net and out of play, a little wide there. Hebert sends it out. Hillers trying to attack once again. Butler. Answer's having trouble clearing. Cleared for the moment. Anderson up to Doyle. Stolen away by Kradenmacher. Here comes Kradenmacher. Anderson gets in there. Now Perlov approaching, out of play. Hillers will take it from the corner. Ava Perlov will send it in. Well, we have some more Hiller sports coming up for you this week. On Wednesday at 3 p.m., we'll have boys cross country, airing live on HCAM Ed as well as our YouTube page. And they'll be followed up at 4 p.m. by the girls cross country meet against Norton. That's Wednesday starting at 3 p.m. with boys cross country, girls cross country at 4. Those meets were originally supposed to happen this weekend, but they were postponed until Wednesday. So you'll have a great Wednesday in front of you. You'll have HCAM Sports Talk live at 3, and you'll have cross country live at 3 on HCAM Ed. And on HCAM Sports Talk, we'll also try to dip into what's happening in that cross country meet and pick up certain points in the race live during the sports show. It's all Wednesday at 3. Here come the Hillers once again. Perlov, a big collision with Danette. The net might be a little shooken up there. That was an instance where both were just trying to play the ball and didn't see each other. Ran right into one another. Just under 10 minutes left to go. It's good to see Danette up, and she's staying in the game, toughing it out. She'll move it up to the 30-yard line. 25-yard line, rather. Into Hiller's territory. Delaney trying to skate away with it. All kinds of traffic along the far side. Owens. Sending it up is Veal. Hiller's trying to approach once again. A foot race along the far side, but no one will get there before it rolls out. Will be Hiller's ball. Or make correction, Norton ball. And they're going to sub a couple in as well. Megan Moniz back into the game. Along with Megan Cross, two captains on the Lancers. Cleared away by Cross. Up to Russell. Perlov. Billy Newell will air it out. Newell sends it flying. Off of Butler. Ross sends it back to Newell. Butler up to midfield. DuPont gets the foot on it. Out of play it goes. Lancers will put it in from the far side. $7:15 and counting left to go in this battle. Hiller is trying to come away with another win and improve to 3-1-2, but still a ways to go in this one. Lancers trying to establish some pressure. Coming into this game, Norton 0-3-0, Hopkinton 2-1-2. And that is a very good record by the Hillers, having played Medway so far and Holliston, two very good teams, very good programs, and of course Norton picking up a nice win yesterday. Kradenmacher sends it to the box. On the near side, Russell. Getting in there for the Hillers, Veal. Up towards Delaney. Off of McCulis. Big collision there along the far side. As Burt Whistle got tied up with Leahy. Burt Whistle will have the free kick. Airs it out. Big air on that one, just a little wide. I think she was aiming straight for the net on that one. Ebert sends it over. Now we'll clear it. Kulis plays it off her body. Perlov. Airs it out off the side of the net. Under 5 minutes left to play. Lancers trying to work their way into Hiller's territory. Put out a play by Siri. Brianna Cahoon will put it into play. Up the near side, trying to track it down. Newell. Delaney got tripped up. Battle play it went. Lancers will get it from the corner. Just under 4 minutes left to play. Cahoon and Newell going to take it from the corner. Aired out in front. Big collision there, and the Lancers may have a very good opportunity coming up. Russell got tied up with Delaney in the box, and they are going to have a penalty kick. Huge opportunity here, perhaps the opportunity of the game. Caitlin Russell will take it. It's Russell versus Kristen McCluskey. Who's going to win this battle? And it's Kristen McCluskey. Just over the net it goes. She was aiming for that top corner a little too much. Sometimes with those, it's best to keep them a little low. Don't try to aim too high, because then you'll get a result like that. You keep it low, at least give yourself a chance. The Hillers will certainly take it. Norton trying to work their way up the far side. Out of play it goes. Lancers ball. All kinds of traffic along that far sideline as we approach the 2-minute mark. Perlov sent down by Butler. York sends it flying over the far side. Big push there. That'll draw a whistle. DuPont pushed by Russell. The Hillers are going to have a free kick. That might have been a frustration push, because how much of a thorn in the side of Norton Joanna DuPont's been. She's played an excellent game here this afternoon. Aired out, and it's wrapped up. Pretty good boot there by Siri. Hillers working their way back to the box, and that'll force the keeper out as York was quickly approaching. Now for McCulis. Sent down by Siri. Here comes Perlov. Perlov sends it towards the net. It's wrapped up. The goalie in the right place at the right time for that one. We're under 2 minutes. Down to the final stretch of this one. Sent out in front. Off of York, deflected by a defender. And York got tied up with Leahy. Who's at fault? It's York, says the official. Lancers will get to send it away. Over to the near side of Perlov. Perloff just keeps it in. Sent out Kradenmacher. Over to Perlov. Lancers will send it away. Down to the final moments of what has been a great battle. And guess what? That was the final moment. The Hopkinton Hillers take down the Norton Lancers by a final score of 1-0. Joanna DuPont with the only goal of the game, and it was a beauty. A great win by the Hopkinton Hillers, who now improve to 3 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties. Norton falls to 0-4-0. A great win here on Senior Day by the Hopkinton Hillers. Both teams will head to midfield, do their distant greeting. And this was certainly a fun one. For Rowan Scott on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for watching a great Sunday of Hillers girls soccer. The JV team getting a win and the varsity team getting a win. So for everyone watching, take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we will talk to you again soon. The final score for the final time, the Hillers take down Norton 1-0. Goodbye, everybody.